Welcome to the Insurance and Money Podcast. We're here to educate on the topics of insurance and money. I'm your host, Karla Howard. I want to thank you for tuning into the show today. On this show, you can expect to learn about the different types of insurance and how they relate and apply to you. Also, we will discuss your money as well, such as checking and savings accounts, credit cards, and mortgages. Today, we will discuss how insurance fits into your financial plan and the most common mistakes people make with insurance proceeds. We've talked about it in previous episodes that it's important to have life insurance, to have money for final expenses so that they're covered and to leave a better life for your loving family so that you don't leave them in poverty because they're missing income from the breadwinner that has passed on. Basically, having enough money to pay off your debts like mortgages, car notes, insurance, car notes, student loans, credit cards, etc. But I have found as a licensed insurance agent, because in many families, financial education is severely lacking today. People are not using insurance proceeds for debt freedom after the final expenses are covered. Everyone does the obvious. Take care of the final expenses. So we don't need to discuss that. We all know that we have to make a decision whether it's burial or cremation, and that's a personal decision, and everyone does that. My concern is people don't realize that they should take the time to upgrade their standard of living. And you can do that by first paying off outstanding debt. What I have seen are brand new Lexuses, Mercedes-Benz, gold and jewelry. And let's not forget the brand new wardrobes and expensive vacations. Now, don't misunderstand me. Those things are not wrong to have when you are financially secure. And ladies and gentlemen, a mountain of debt makes you financially insecure. What I am saying is this. Buying things that depreciate in value with your lump sum of money while leaving debt behind is just foolish. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Again, I'm not saying you shouldn't have things that you desire. What I'm saying is don't buy them now. Why? You need to build a financial foundation. And that's one of the things that's most common people make with insurance proceeds. They buy toys and not pay off debt. Building a financial education is like pouring concrete before you buy a house. If the base isn't solid, everything else you stack on top, toys, investment, wealth goals, big goals, can crumble. So let's talk about it. Here's what you need. Number one, you need a mindset and awareness. You need to track your money, your insurance proceeds, your income, and expenses. Establish a spreadsheet and track. Know where every dollar goes. Being aware is the first step to controlling your finances. Number two, debt management. Since you have the money, let's pay off the debt. Pay off that car, that mortgage, that student loan, those credit cards. You will feel so much better getting rid of the weight of debt. Number three, you have to have an emergency fund. Let's start with $1,000 to stop using credit for surprises. You want to work up to the point where you have at least 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. I would say 3 to 6 months of your income to be really set and having an established emergency fund, because it's going to be a safety net. So when that something comes up, that something does not turn into debt. Number four, insurance and protection. You must have quality health insurance, and that helps avoid medical bankruptcy. You got to have homeowners insurance and renters insurance to protect your assets. And in a previous episode, we talked about homeowners insurance, life insurance, because you have people depending on your income. And I said it before, insurance is an act of love, that you love your family so much that you don't want to leave them strapped in debt. Number 4, and the other thing we're going to talk about is disability insurance. You've got to have disability insurance. And a lot of people don't see the value in it. But I can give you 2 examples of why disability insurance is critically important. Number 1, the first example is I know of a young lady that worked very hard. She helped take care of her family, and she worked 60, 70, sometimes even 80 hours a week to be able to help take care of her family and to be able to afford her rent and her car payment. But unfortunately, she got sick, very sick, and now she can't work. So she lost her apartment and her car was repossessed. If she had disability insurance, while she was recuperating, she would have been able to manage. But fortunately, she had family members around that's going to be able to help her so that she can get a better place to live, so she doesn't have to go from motel to motel. She has someone that's going to be able to help her. And here's another example of why disability insurance is critically important. There was a lady who believed in insurance. She had top-notch health insurance, and she had several disability policies. When she got extremely sick, and it was very sick, she was out of work for over 6 months. It didn't matter that she wasn't working, because all that disability insurance kicked in, and she was able to recover without the weight of debt increasing, with bills not being paid, where we're going to buy food. She had money coming in. In fact, she told me she had money coming in and she made more money in the year that she was sick than if she had worked, because she had the proper amount of insurance. So she wasn't one of those who decided to be penny wise and dollar foolish. Oh yeah, disability insurance it can be expensive. Well, I can tell you this, it's not very expensive, but it is a cost that you pay every month, so that when these 2 situations happen, you can be like the second example and not like the first example. All right, let's go with number 5. Now that that's covered, we can start investing. Retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs. If your employer matches your 401k, contribute enough to get the full max, because guess what? That's free money. And we don't want to leave that money on the table. And we're going to keep it simple. Broad market index funds, the S&P Financial 500 total stock market. We're going to focus on time in the market and not timing the market. And number 6, increase your income. Develop skills to grow your career income. Explore side hustles or small businesses. Invest in yourself, such as education, certifications, networking, and let's do that without causing debt. Number 7, keep learning, keep growing. Read as many books as possible on finances. And here at Insurance and Money Podcast, that is our goal, to bring knowledge, to increase your knowledge so that you can have financial success, to give you the information you need on insurance, the information you need on money issues, and how to bring the 2 together and how to prosper. That's what you're going to get with this podcast. So you can see, using your lump sum of money, doing the above will get you set up for financial success. And that's the goal, right? And doing that will now put you in a position to be able to afford the luxury car, to go on that expensive vacation, to buy some of the things that you desire to have. It just may take a few years, but if you first build a proper foundation, that will go a long way to reaching your success. And yes, insurance can help you do these things, and you'll be better for it. Now, can you see how insurance fits in your financial plan? I have seen people prosper because they had the proper amount of insurance when they had a family member who passed on. That family member loved them enough to set them up for financial success and not leaving them in poverty. And having a financial knowledge was a huge factor so that the money wasn't wasted. Because without financial knowledge, it's like putting money into your pocket that has a hole in it. Thank you for tuning into the show today. Please tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we'll continue our discussion on insurance and money issues. I have examples and tips to share. This is Karla signing out until next week.